Hi! How are you going today? It is so good to see you and you. Camera 2, hi, how are you? So good to see this bus. I love sitting on the street with some plate glass between me and the zombie apocalypse. It's really good. Today we're doing another unboxing about something that I talked about, well, probably a month or two ago now, because time flies when we're trapped at home, doesn't it? Not really, sorry about that. Anyway, we have talked about me going out into the streets and doing virtual live shoot. That is very much on the back burner. But we did talk about in this episode here about having a virtual live gallery viewing in this very space we are now. How are we going to do that? Well, this video is about unboxing this product right here, and that is how we are going to do our virtual gallery tour. Still loving those suburban credits. They are so suburban. Anyway, let's talk about the Insta. I'm going to just, before we unbox it, I'm going to talk a little bit about what does it do and how is it different. It's not that different, let's be honest, but they're all a little bit different. Firstly, the Insta company have done with this particular version, because they make about, I don't know, something like 8 different 360 cameras, from very cheap, very small, that plug into your phone, through to professional level grade, where they've got like 8 cameras instead of 2, something like that. Don't quote me on that. I haven't checked that. I'll get my fact-checking team onto that when I have some budget, when I reach 100,000 subscribers, and that's where you could help. No, sorry, that was a tangent. Anyway, something like 8. But something that Insta360 have done with this R variant is not only in this box. See how it says Twin Edition? This is both a GoPro style camera with one camera, as we can see here, but it is also a 360 camera, as we can see here. I'll take it out of the box and show you in a minute. I'm just teasing you. And you get both in the box, and it's modular. These bits pull apart. It's like Lego. How good is that? It's so good. And there's actually a third module, which is a 1-inch sensor GoPro. That sounds deluxe. We all like bigger sensors, except for those who like smaller sensors and lighter cameras. But in the case of sensors, it's actually true. Don't hate me on this, but seriously, it's actually true. The bigger the sensor, the more advantages you do get from that sensor from a picture and light gathering perspective. So this is a 3-in-1 camera for a very affordable price. That's really cool. The other thing that it does straight out of the box is you can plug an external mic into it. Like I've got here on my shirt, we can plug a Rode in via a bit of a cable dongling, and we can get sound directly into this, which is what high quality sound, not the built-in mic, but a good quality mic. So that's another advantage. So here we can see here, this is the little dongle, which costs about $14 in Australia to go from USB-C to a Rode Wireless Go, as they state here. But you can also connect AirPods wirelessly. Now that's what they're saying. I've tested it. I'm excited. Plus, with all the research I've done, the ability to live stream seems to be quite straightforward with Insta360 gear. Last time I spoke about this, they hadn't quite finished the software to go live yet. Who knows in the zombie apocalypse universe that we're living in at the moment as to whether and how soon it'll be till that's out. But all in all, this is a package that packs quite a punch. Let's have a look on the side of the box here, where they talk about some of their features as well. We've got, it's obviously a 5.7K. That's a lot of Ks, isn't it? 6K wide angle, which is basically the equivalent to the GoPro. We have flow state stabilization, which is their awesome stabilization. And can you believe it? It's modular, but it's waterproof to 5 meters. And if you buy their selfie stick, you can make it invisible, which is great. I'll have to get one of those. Auto frame and auto edit. So what that is actually doing is this thing, you can select a person to track in the frame and it'll track them, among other things. It's quite powerful. Hyperlapse, of course, point to track, voice control, slow-mo, oh, so much stuff. HDR, night shooting. Anyway, there you go. Let's unbox. And here it is. Now, it's a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. It's very diminutive, but I suppose if it's going to be in the GoPro space, it has to be. So what you do is you have these modules that just connect and disconnect. Very simple. You just pop it on. And this is basically a battery pack. It also keeps everything running. Fire it up. Quality speaker, that one. Didn't distort at all. Yes, it did. And there you go. We are up and running. So what happens? I've never done this before. Let's just quickly take it apart. What happens when we put the 360 camera on? So you use this little lever here. And then how do we separate these guys? Maybe they just pull apart. Yep, okay, look at that. Wow, that's ridiculous. And that's all weather sealed. Sorry, waterproof. Okay. Man, they've got some good business going on there. Anyway, let's have a look here, which I have never plugged in before. There's a fantastic piece of plastic here. All right, so this, as we can see, connects like so. Like so. Yep, okay. That's it. We've got cameras on either side. I suppose we'll take this off. And let's turn it on and see what happens. Okay, well, that's confusing, what we're seeing there. It's a sideways view of the world right now. Anyway, I have to learn how to use this little guy, but that's it. From here, we can get a full 360-degree view of the universe. What else is in here? Who knows? All right, this is probably, yep, this is USB to USB-C, USB-A to USB-C, cool bananas, and this is a cage, so this is how you hold it. Oh, great, so that's to protect the lenses from not getting damaged. Lovely, great. This is a cage, so you can attach your selfie stick. This is a mount of some description. Yes, okay. A tripod mount. Isn't that lovely? They give you a tripod mount, whereas GoPro don't. GoPro charge you however many dollars for it. So bravo to Insta360 for supplying a tripod mount, which I said in a video about the GoPro. What camera ever made doesn't have a tripod mount? GoPros. Mustn't be a camera then, must it? Must be something else, anyway. And then it's a camera that you're supposed to mount to all sorts of different things. This is not about a GoPro. Anyway, there you go. So this is all very interesting. The idea is going to be, with this little guy here, we're going to set it up in this very room with artwork around it, maybe in 360 or maybe just on the walls either side, as we can see here. And then from there, I'm going to be able to give you a virtual tour live. So we're going to try and connect to the internet and do this live. And not only are we going to have our virtual gallery, but we're also going to, when we're allowed to go out into the streets again in more than groups of 2, which is currently where things are at, we can maybe do the live from the streets, 360, you can see where you are, you can look at whatever you want to look at, way of doing things. Anyway, that's the Insta360, coming soon, more about this little guy. It's so good to see you. Any questions, any ideas, any thoughts, please let me know in the comments below. And as usual, it is so good to see you and you and you. If you like what you see, please subscribe, please like, please share, and I'll see you next time in virtual reality. Virtual reality, virtual 3D, in VR, in virtual VR, virtual reality VR.
Hi everybody, well here we are, this is the virtual gallery and Mark, who if you spin 180 degrees will be on the other side. I'm not sure what you're looking at because you can look at whatever you want to look at. Mark and I will be putting our virtual gallery up in here, and of course this is where we shot the last 3 episodes, and this is the 360 camera working. Somewhere in YouTube you've got the capacity to move this around, so you can look around at all 360 degrees and you can zoom in a little bit. We're shooting in 5.7K, but it's 5.7K stretched around a much larger area than normal. So this is the very first time we've done this, not as many pixels as we're used to, but I still think it's fun and I still think it's worth a go. So please, tell me what you think of 360 virtual gallery cam. Here's an image right here. Look, this is not part of the exhibition, by the way. We haven't brought the prints here yet. They're actually at my home at the moment, but we will, and we will set it up. Anyway, there you go. The very first virtual reality. You can, why don't you follow me now? Follow me around the room. Or follow Mark, he's on the other side. There we go. And this is where we were shooting before. We were shooting over here. Look, here's the camera, here's the box. You've probably all been wondering, how have we done it? Top secret, this thing. Don't look. Alright. Anyway, we'll catch you later. Take it easy. Coming to you live from this space with the virtual gallery sometime soon. See ya. I can't walk away. Which is a little bit confronting for me. So I can maybe try and hide under the camera. I don't know. No, that won't work either. Anyway, no. Okay, bye. I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to turn the recording off. Here we go. Down here. Turn it off. See ya.